Hi boys and girls, I'm Miss Sparkle and this is Rosie Posey. Today we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving activity and reading a story called "'Twas the Night Before Thanksgiving." Let's get started. "'Twas the Night Before Thanksgiving," story and pictures by Dave Pilkey. "'Twas the day before Thanksgiving, and all through the trees the fall leaves were spinning aloft in the breeze. 8 children had boarded their school bus with grins and hopes that a field trip soon would begin. They sang and they rode through the autumn terrains while visions of drumsticks danced in their brains. O'er river, through woods, with winding and weaves, their school bus sailed on through the new fallen leaves. When out on the road there arose such a clatter, they threw down the windows to see what's the matter. When what to their wondering eyes should they see but a miniature farm and 8 tiny turkeys? And a little old man so lively and rugged, they knew in a moment it was Farmer Mac Nugget. He was dressed in all denim from his head to his toe, with a pinch of polyester and a dash of Velcro. And then in a twinkling they heard in the straw the prancing and pawing of each little claw. More rapid than chickens, his cockerels they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Ollie, now Stanley, now Larry and Moe, on Wally, on Beaver, on Stimp and Groucho. The turkeys were chunky with smiley beaked faces, and they greeted the children with downy embraces. Look how happy. So out through the barnyard they ran and they flew, and they gobbled and giggled as friends sometimes do. Then somebody spotted an axe by the door, and she asked Farmer Nugget what it was for. With a blink of his eye and a twist of his head, the old farmer told a grim tale of dread. "Tonight," said MacNugget, "these feathery beasts will be chopped up and roasted for Thanksgiving feast." The children stood still as tears filled their eyes. Then they clamored aloud in a chorus of cries. "Oh dear," cried MacNugget, "now what shall I do?" So he dashed to the well, and the teacher went too. And they fetched some water, fresh from the ground, in hopes that a swig might calm everyone down. And when they returned to quiet the matter, the children were calmer and mysteriously fatter. The boys and girls drank up their drinks in the hay, then thanked old MacNugget and waddled away. They limped to the school bus, all huffing and puffing. It's not easy to walk with hot turkey stuffing. And then as the school bus drove off in the night, MacNugget looked round. Not a turkey in sight. "'Twas the night before Thanksgiving, and the stars up above shone down on the school bus, abounding with love. The very next evening, 8 families were blessed with 8 fluffy turkeys as Thanksgiving guests. They feasted on veggies with jelly and toast, and everyone was thankful. The turkeys were most. So each one gave thanks for love and for living, and they all had a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. The end. So who was the most lucky in that story? The turkeys, you're right. They were so lucky, weren't they? Who took them home? That's right, the boys and the girls took them home, and they were their guests for Thanksgiving. I'm going to teach you a fun turkey song. And since we had 8 turkeys, we're going to sing 8 fat turkeys are we instead of 5 fat turkeys. 8 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found. That's why we're here, you see. 7 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found. That's why we're here, you see. 6 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. 5 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. 4 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, that's why we're here, you see. 3 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, that's why we're here, you see. 2 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, that's why we're here, you see. 1 fat turkey are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. And when Farmer McNugget came out, how many turkeys did he see after the school bus left? 0! Because they had gone home with the kids. Yay! So they were not Thanksgiving feast, were they? Nope, they weren't. So boys and girls, let's make your own turkey today. We're going to make your own cute little turkey. So on my paper, now, at the bottom of the link is a link to do the craft that has this, but you can print this off, and you're going to need a blank piece of paper also, because it's going to take both things. So you can stop the video. If you have a printer at home, you can print this off, or you could try to draw your own. That would be fun too, if you don't have a printer. And then please subscribe and like my video. I would love that. Okay, so I'm going to start with my turkey, and I'm going to make a fun turkey. I'm going to make sure, of course, the wobble is red. I'm going to use the back of my crayon because I'm going to color it kind of dark, and I'm going to color a lot. And color the wobble there. Red. And I want the beak to be yellow. Now, you can color yours however you want to color yours, okay? And then I'm going to make the head and neck orange. Use the back because I'm going to have a lot to color. So I like to use the bottom of my crayon. Ooh, I'm coloring a lot, huh? But I think I want this cute little thing to be a different color. I think I want that to be yellow. Now remember, at any time the video, if you're not caught up and you want to stay with me, you can always pause it. Then I'm going to make the feet orange. Now, if you get out of the lines, it's okay on this one because you're going to cut it out. Oh, see, I'm going to cut that out off, so it's okay. Now, here's the thing. When we're done, after we cut, we're going to make a black line right here because it's both of their feet. They're just like their feet are together. Does that make sense? You can stand with your feet apart, or you can put your feet together. So their feet are together, so we're going to make a line up there after we cut. I just didn't want to put that there so you accidentally cut up there. And my feathers, you know what? I'm just going to make this a fun, silly turkey. And this is going to be fun because each one of my turkey feathers, I don't even have to make sure I stay in the lines. Now, I don't want to get this one because I am going to cut it out. I think these kind of activities are always kind of fun because it's kind of fun to get to scribble like you're a tiny little baby again. There we go. And, oh, I wanted that to be yellow. I didn't color that yet. If I get out of the lines, it's okay. Because I'm going to cut this out. Let's see what that was. Alrighty, and then I want a purple feather. And I want a pink feather. Oh, that's not pink. That was peach. I like peach too, though. Pink one. Now, you might be really crafty. You may want to, like, take a marker. I'm going to do this one red. And maybe you want to do your marker first with all the lines. And then color it in. That would be cool. Ooh. That looks pretty neat. Ooh, I wish I would have thought about that earlier. But it doesn't go as well on top. I want to do a green one like that too. I'll find my green marker. And green. Ooh, that looks pretty. And let's see here. Let's see. I want this peach color. Like peach. Peachy pink. Ooh, that's kind of beautiful. Ooh, I love that color. Wow. Okay. Now, all of my things are colored. If yours aren't, you can stop the video. You can catch up. Now, this is my very most fun part. I'm going to take this paper, whatever color you want the body to be. is what you color this. And I'm going to have my body be brown. So I'm going to take my crayon on the back of it. And I just get to scribble a whole bunch. Big, big scribbles. Ooh. Big scribbles. So much fun. Gotta get it all pretty much. Should get that there at the top. You don't have to get the long sides. We're gonna kind of make a circle, oval. Okay. Now when you get it like you like it, you're gonna take your paper, this is important, turn it over. And with a light colored crayon, you're gonna make a circle or an oval. Oh man, mine's too small. If I had a circle that tiny, my feathers couldn't glue on there, so that's way too tiny. Now I'm not gonna turn it back over. I'm gonna make it as big as I can on the same side. So mine's gonna be kind of a ovally circle. And this big one is the one I'm gonna cut. So let's get started. Think about cutting. So our hand comes down, 3 fingers, the big circle at the bottom, little circle at top, 3 at the bottom, 1 on top. And I'm gonna cut my big oval out. Now remember, it needs to be big or your feathers aren't gonna all fit. And the reason I didn't do it on the other side was because, look at that! Isn't that cool? Ooh. But I've noticed that I don't have all this colored over here. I'm gonna color a little bit better over there. And a little bit better over here. I didn't do too good on that. Ah, there we go. Now, there's my body. Here's my trash. We have to cut out all of our pieces for our turkey. Now, before we do that, right here and right here, you're going to draw 2 wings. Now, the wings aren't going to be big. One has to fit here and one has to fit here. And my wings, I'm going to make orange. I don't want to make them brown. Whatever color you made the body, don't make your wings that color. And I'm going to go, whoop, whoop. Here's one. And I'm going to color it in. And then I'm going to go, whoop, whoop, whoop. I kind of made, kind of like a Pac-Man. Color it in. Now, you don't have to have wings on your turkey. I just want mine to have wings, and I thought it would be fun to make those. When you cut out your head, be very careful to go on the very darkest line. Okay, you don't want to cut the head off. We have to go around the turkey. Okay, so as you're cutting, I want you to be very careful. You don't cut on the dark, dark line. You'll cut his head off. So right here, to make sure that you go down. And then we go around. This is the hard part right here. Whoop. This is very tricky right here. I have to turn my paper, turn my scissors and my hand a lot. I'm going to cut my head like this so it's a little bit easier. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to cut out this. How are you doing? Doing pretty good? Okay, be careful, careful. Come around. Now, if you were accidentally cut off part of it, you could always tape it back. Cute little head. There's my head. And then there's my trash. I'm going to cut my little wings out. Ooh. Ooh. There's a wing. I'm going to cut my feet out. I'm kind of doing a little bit different. I did it like this. Then I'm going to go back in and cut out the little bitty pieces. Sometimes that's a little easier for me. I don't know about you, but see, I cut it like that. Then I'm going to come back in and cut the little pieces out, because those are really tricky. Ooh, wouldn't this be fun to have at Thanksgiving on your door, or maybe at the table, and have your very own little turkey? Okay, before we forget, let's take a black crayon or a brown crayon. We're going to make the line all the way up it. Okay, because it's 2 feet. Okay. And then I'm going to cut out the other wing around. Now remember, you may not have wanted to do wings, and that's okay. I just kind of think they're cute. Okay, there's a wing. And I'm going to cut out my feathers. I'm going to cut those 2 apart like that. I like to make smaller pieces to cut. It's easier to hold on to. And look at that. All that little extra that I colored out, I'm cutting it off. So it didn't matter that I scribbled. There's one. I cut way up there on top of the black part, so the tips of the feathers have that beautiful black. And then the pink, I have 3 more. The red one. Eight fat turkeys are we. We slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. If you have 8, and then you take 1 away, how many do you have? 7. 7 fat turkeys are we. We slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. There we go. Oh, I have all of them done. Now I have to decide, do I want my turkey to be fat? Or short and fat? Or do I want it to be tall and thin? Which one do I want? I want mine to be short and fat. And so I'm going to put my head here. And then I'm going to put my feathers here. Oh, let me move all that over. My feathers. Ooh, I'm loving that. Ooh, yes. And then my wings, my cute little wings, and my feet. Oh, awesome. Okay, now when we glue, be very, very careful because we want to make sure that we don't get so much glue everywhere that we make a big mess, right? So what I'm going to do is you might want to have your turkey head way up here, like that, or you might want to have it down like this. I want mine kind of down like this. So I'm going to take my piece up here like this. It's going to go on the body, and I'm going to put a couple dots. Dot, little dot, little dot, little dot, dot, dot. See how tiny those dots are? I just need a few little tiny dots. See how? I'm going to put it down. Make sure it sticks real well. I'm going to pick up my little wing. Make a little squiggle. Remember, it doesn't need much, just a little tiny bit. They will stay. And then my feet, I'm going to put just at the very top. Now, on my turkey feathers, I'm going to turn it over and just very, very tiny. One little dot, that's all you need. Push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another one. Push it down. Hold it down real hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, look at your turkey. I hope your turkey looks amazing. Let's count the feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 feathers. And how many wings? 1, 2 wings. And then we have 2 feet because we made that line in the middle, right? And we have 3 toes on that side and 3 toes on this side. And then if you pick it up, you have a cute turkey. So a long time ago, do you see this turkey? A long time ago, I made that turkey. And I made it when I was just a little Sparkle. A much younger Sparkle. So that would be cool if you had some construction paper. You could even take your construction paper and glue your turkey on the construction paper. And look how nice that looks. Awesome. I bet yours is so beautiful. I wish I could see it. Boys and girls, I hope you had fun today. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed the craft and our song. Thanks for singing along with me. Until next time, peace, love, sparkles.